beautiful, treacherous, indefinable snow. It is one of the most ancient and difficult obstacles to traverse on our planet. Snow changes in density and crystalline structure each second, which challenges man's ingenuity to find efficient ways to travel over or through it. Only birds and aircraft are unaffected, and then only while in the air. Attempts to land in soft snow are extremely hazardous and difficult for both birds and planes. Snowshoes and skis were the first methods, now used almost entirely for sport. Without special gear and power, snow becomes a force of nature impossible to travel through when it is soft and deep. Dogs and runners were the first powered snow machines, but useless in deep powder snow. In Minnesota, land of many snows, Polaris Industries Incorporated was created to deal with the problems of over-snow movement. Modern engineering techniques and design are used, with practical application and field testing as the final guide to improvement. Mass production reduces the cost of these machines without sacrificing performance in any type of snow. A principle is to produce machines within the economic reach of the average family or business. The Pacer is a light 1 or 2 rider capacity snow machine. The motor and drive unit is hinged to the steering front end. It is turned by control of the skis with a shallow keel to make certain of turning ability in all types of snow. The 2 skis provide lateral stability as well as flotation in deep, soft snow. Steep drops are no problem if the operator wants to try it. The Mountaineer and Voyager have double tracks with motors varying in horsepower up to 24. The motor on these machines drives down through a clutch and transmission and out to the dual tracks. The sprockets are designed to clear the snow and reduce friction. The cleats are steel and rubber, offset for maximum side hill performance. Deep, soft snow is the most difficult test for any snow machine. The Mountaineer and Voyager can pull a loaded trailer in powder snow. Traveling through cold powder snow is akin to sailing on water, and riders shift their weight to stay on an even keel. Smooth power assures a steady, efficient pace. From inside, the turns are smooth and even. The combination of steel, rubber, and power is designed to meet the constant changes in the snowpack. Each slight change in temperature creates a different problem in the snow. The machines must be able to operate efficiently under all conditions. The V-type hull designed by Polaris gives added flotation in powder snow without excessive plowing. Operators shift their weight to stay level on side hills or on the edges of drifts. The Polaris is never trail-bound. Small trees and bushes glide right under the machine. A particularly stubborn driver may have to do a little bulldozing before he conquers major obstacles. Every model is subjected to vigorous field testing. The test model of the Mustang goes through its paces and lives up to its name. The first production model of the Mustang has years of experience behind it. A new V-shaped hull of special design for deep snow stability. Full canted skis with keels hold the machine in turns for fast, steady steering. Powerful springs on the skis absorb shock. Cushions are well padded for safety and comfort. A handy storage compartment in the back carries equipment safely and conveniently. The lock holes in the roughest going. A wide, fully molded rubber track supported by bogey wheels gives even support in powder snow. Skis are additional stability. 4 sizes of motor are available. A recoil starter and automatic clutch make the Mustang easy to operate. The ride is refreshing with new terrain to cover. Steep hills and mountains are a challenge to the Mustang snow traveler as it traverses and climbs to the top. Brakes on the track make the ride down safe, even on the steepest slopes. Side hills are difficult, but the combination of power, cleats, and 2 skis gives steady control. On the way down, a jump is made to check stability and strength under extreme conditions. Then another. And the last one under full power. Current model Mustangs will be blue and white, but the high-quality mechanical characteristics remain the same. Rugged field work involving several hundred miles are the final tests. All models completed a trip over the jagged Sawtooth Mountains of Idaho. This trip started from McKay, Idaho, and went up through the Chalice and Sawtooth National Forests, over Trail Creek Summit, and down to Sun Valley on the other side of the range. The state of Idaho, Forest Service, Soil Conservation Service, and private companies participated. Avalanche observations and snow measurements were taken by the Department of Agriculture organizations, and they provided leadership and safety for the group. The equipment was developed specifically for this work and testing. The last check of all equipment was made, and the machines lined up to take the order that will be used on the first day's trip. There was 2-way radio contact between the first and last machines. The expedition climbs up out of the Lost River Valley. The highest mountains are still to the west. So far, the going is pleasant and easy, but with each mile, the snowpack deepens. The second night, Wild Horse Ranger Station high in the Sawtooths, jumping off spot for the hazardous trip around Hinman Peak. Alan Hatteen, president of Polaris, puts the hot shift through its final test. Changing directions is easy and effective. There has been no trouble yet, but there's avalanche country ahead. In the primitive area, you never gamble. The trip to Hinman starts up an easy trail, although snow depth is now much greater. Protected inside the machines with cabs, the ride is pleasant. The first obstacle, trees battered down by the heavy snows, block the trail. Fallen trees and avalanche paths are the 2 most dangerous hazards. Down timber is cut and moved. Enthusiastic members of the expedition quickly clear the trail. Logs too big to be moved do not stop the machines. In that case, a ramp of brush is piled in front and back of the log, and the equipment driven over the top. A mountain stream and a forest service bridge, built to stand up to the heaviest snow. There's no danger of its collapsing, but a skid here could send a machine sliding into the gorge. Near the east side of Hinman Peak, the majestic mountains hold the attention of everyone, and the terrain is so rugged, only the most experienced mountaineers would even attempt it. The steep ridges of rock rise out of the snowpack and up to 12,700 feet. The area above timberline is like the treeless tundra of the Arctic, and all those who go there must be equipped for Arctic conditions. The rugged terrain is an extreme test for the machines and men. The trip down has time for sport, as the trail is known and safe. And the skiers take off with the machines. On the steeper parts of the trail, the skiers can go faster than the machines. The rundown is sporting for both the machines and skiers. One skier gaily rides a single ski. The mountain scenes fall away in the background. The last machine has the mission of checking to make certain that all skiers get down safely. The trail is bumpy and has some hazards, even though everyone has been over it once. Skiers fall occasionally, but the last man makes certain of the safety of the group. The next day, a reconnaissance trip starts for Trail Creek Summit and hits powder snow. There are avalanche paths beyond the summit, which must be checked before the final run to Sun Valley. Trail Creek Summit is reached with ease, and the day has turned bright and clear. Clear, cold weather and powder snow present a challenge to the capabilities of the men and machines. But even under the toughest conditions, everyone is in a happy mood because the men now have confidence in their machines and what they can do. To a boy, there's nothing like a tumble in soft snow. And there's a lot of boy and men while they're having fun. So it's man overboard. Walking in this snow is almost impossible, and a good reminder that no matter how great man's endurance, without a machine, he is almost helpless in deep snow. The humor of the situation shines through. But back to the machines. Hatteen and Brandt, Polaris officials, consider tomorrow's trip through the avalanche terrain. Time for a quick lunch before returning to the ranger station to prepare for the next day's journey. Snow rangers of the Forest Service have the responsibility for safety from avalanches. Explosives are used for control and also skiing on test slopes. The area is declared safe until new snow. The next day, heavy snow is falling. The avalanche danger rises each hour. A race against time is on. The operators must get through the pass before the avalanche danger is too high. The sleds do not slow down the equipment as the race goes on. Lights are turned on as visibility drops in the storm. A snow course aerial marker en route where over 8 feet of snow has been measured. This is it, the avalanche path. Now each machine must go it alone, one at a time. Above the trail, outposts are placed to watch for the first sign of sliding snow, while anxious drivers inch their way across the avalanche path. Even the trail has vanished and a new path must be cut. Every eye is strained for the first sign of movement on the slope, for with each snowflake the danger mounts and in seconds could become an all-engulfing mass, blotting out every vestige of life in this white wilderness. The last machine makes its way through the slide paths to the easy run into Sun Valley. A final check to see that everyone is safely through, and then the long run to the valley 3,000 feet below. Sun Valley the next morning lives up to its name, and the machines attract skiers from around the world. At this elevation, temperatures are higher. Both men and machines work easier. The Challenger Inn is headquarters, but there are some rough bumps, even on Sun Valley paths. Like mountain colts, the machines turn frisky. And who can blame a true mountain man for showing off a bit when so many pretty eyes are focused on him? So who does he pick to offer a ride? A pair of untrained lovelies who soon discover that the Polaris Voyager is easier to drive than a convertible. May we try it alone? They do and find they can drive it like veterans. The automatic clutch provides smooth acceleration and safe, sure stops. Oh, there's just no justice when a slip of a girl can match a mountain man. Ride Riding solo is a snap. Lean into the turns if you feel like it, but Pacer model skis maintain stability regardless of the rider's motion. And talk about fun, let's see what this young lady thinks. Great. In Maine, groups make trips either for sport or work. Wherever there's snow, they go. Got a herd of hungry cattle to feed? Perhaps they've been trapped by a snowstorm. Rather than worry or begin counting your losses, just load up the Polaris sled. There's power to spare for a larger sled, if needed. Of course, even the Polaris doesn't unload itself, but the low rack makes a routine job a lot easier. No matter how it gets there, the cattle like it. A similar load for the Mountaineer and Voyager is the Ski Run Packer. A special Polaris packer is available if desired. When not packing the hill, it can be used to tow skiers up the slope. Snow conditions can make the first run difficult, but on the second trip up over a packed trail, a dozen skiers can be towed up the average ski run. The skiers can pass up the machines with ease, but they'll be happy to see you when it's time to go up again. If you want winter adventure, try Yellowstone Park when the summer throngs are gone and nature really comes into her own. It's a sight few people have seen and one of breathtaking beauty. The river is so fast, it does not freeze. Yellowstone abounds with wildlife, and this coyote has learned that it's easier to get a handout from people in winter than from the snow-covered mountains. And even his instinctive distrust is almost forgotten. The geysers never freeze, but their steam does, adding a fairyland beauty to the area nearby. Wheels can be used on the machines to pack out game from remote areas without roads. And they're a lot less stubborn than a mule. In summer or winter, wildlife are often less afraid of individuals on machines than people walking. The stately bull elk and mountain sheep are good examples. Watching any bird or animal when it is at ease is an experience that has become more valuable to humanity each year. The mountain sheep preparing to relax expresses this quiet dignity and the serenity of the wild. In Alaska, the machines are used for work. Although dog teams will always be with us, the workload is shifting. Polaris over snow equipment has been proven on the great ice cap of the Antarctic as well as Alaska. Bush pilots load a small unit into a light plane for a trip into the wilderness. Land the plane on any level snow, and the Polaris takes it from there. The glaciers and Alaskan terrain en route have a beauty of their own. Great distances in Alaska and rugged conditions demand planning and knowledge for any trip. Once back on the snow, the plane takes off, leaving the men and machines for work and making camp. 8,000 feet up on Mount McKinley, machine dependability must be the hallmark. Healthy, clean recreation has become a national objective. The snowbound areas of the north and the mountains in winter are available to anyone through the use of oversnow machines. Executives Hattin and Wahlberg envision the sport, adventure, and recreational potential in remote snow areas as one of the great resources of the future. Oversnow machines of all types have opened the door to understanding and enjoying the magnificent snow-covered terrain which in the past has been beyond the reach of the average person. Many areas of our land hold countless treasures of enjoyment for those who would like to challenge their winter beauty. And now Polaris has provided the key to unlock this new wonderland to all those seeking a winter world of adventure.